Hello there, John O'Hurley here. Jay Peterman from Seinfeld, and you're listening to the Better Half podcast. You have to choose between happy married, happy single. Good luck. There is no in between.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Welcome to the audio portion of the podcast.
So the last 5 minutes have been nothing.
Have been all special for you Facebook folks. Just for you.
Consummate professional.
If we had
next
Patreon,
week when I listen
that.
to this,
Yeah.
all that's going to be gone, right?
Yeah.
Good job.
Anthony, we're not doing call-ins, so
Sorry, Anthony. Sorry.
sorry.
So as I was saying, welcome Brian, welcome Larry, welcome Anthony.
Thank you.
Bree, what's up? Bree made me a little cake on my route the other day.
Really?
Yes. Well, for me and the fam.
All right,
She
that's
had
cool.
some leftover cake, and
Yeah.
it was a nice little square cake, and it was good. And I ate half of it before I got home. So
You animal.
I'm not gonna lie. Chew, what's up, Teresa? Welcome, thank you. This is exciting.
Why is yours updating faster than mine?
I don't know, but I was told that we weren't going to break double digits today, and I'm going to prove Pete wrong. So
because you got more friends than I do. Okay.
yes,
Are you watching
I do.
okay. So I got this feed. If anyone else is doing a feed or anything, again, you want to watch from the Better Half podcast page because that's where we'll be talking and responding. So Teresa, thank you for the like.
Yes,
And
thank you.
So this is our second 2 hour. Whoa.
Stroke
I'm
victim.
gonna go back to the hospital. Our 2-year anniversary
2-year anniversary of
the podcast,
episode 50.
and episode 50.
What are the odds that it worked out that way?
I feel like somewhat good, but because otherwise it would have been episode 100.
Well, yes, because unfortunately I have wife and kids, and I really can't do once a week like you and the other two.
Yeah. Listen, I can't even do once a week by myself.
Yeah.
Run with that if you'd like.
So before we begin, let us let you know where you could find us. Obviously on Facebook, but if you want to email the show, it's the betterhalfpod at gmail.com. We answer all emails. We answer them on air. So we've had some dating advice. We've had some people sharing stories. Our great listener from Chicago, Rob.
Yes.
Has given us some of his.
We've had some good stories there.
Backstory with him and his.
We had a really
wife.
good story with the co-host of the Retro Gamers podcast.
Yes,
that was
the
a fun
stalker.
one.
The
We're going to talk about
episode.
all of that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some of the highlights of the last 2 years. On Twitter, we're at BetterHalfPod1. That's the number 1. On Instagram, the BetterHalfPod. Now, the Instagram page, if you listen to the show, you'll get what half the pictures are. If you don't listen to the show, you're going to think it's just a rambling muses of a psycho.
Which we are.
Which pretty much it's me because Larry forgot the password again, and I post all the stuff there. So
This is actually true. I tried posting today and it just didn't really work out too well.
Twitter at mess411. Again, if you're a fan of the show, just give me a little hashtag, the Better Half or TBH, and I will follow you. I don't just follow every Russian model or I told you Siri, the voice of Siri follows me.
You were telling me about that.
That was pretty cool. And the actual woman who does the voice, and Larry on all forms of social media at MOHR 365. So so that's where you can find us. And please, interact with the show. We are very. As of right now, since we're not huge successes, we talk to our fans.
We're getting there. Listen,
but hopefully,
success is not overnight.
I'd like to get to the point where we can't answer every email and have one-on-one contact. No offense, but we want this to succeed. So,
all right.
And again, on iTunes, those 5-star ratings. Mucho important.
Big time. Again, we don't care what you say about us. Just give us the 5 stars.
You don't even have to say anything about us. You could just say, doves cry and, give us 5 stars. So, what's up, Jim?
Jim, what's up?
Let's talk about the wall of...
the wall of mystery?
The wall of...
Magical mystery
toys.
Tour.
Talk about your toys.
I'm still trying to set this up.
I'm set up fine, so...
Because I got 2 screens going.
Well, maybe
Can you not hit my table
sorry.
and scratch up this wonderful floor of my wonderful apartment?
Beth, welcome.
My
your mother's here.
Yep.
So now we have to make it R-rated.
Your mother's here.
God, jeez, would you look at that? Just close one. You have 2 internets open.
Because
that's why.
No. Here's why. One is the Facebook, the Better Half page, and then the other one. Oh no, it is the same feed. What's going on here? It was going to be the other one was going to be me. So in case anyone comments on that one.
Hi, Karen.
So
Shut out for Jim? I don't know what that means.
shout out for Jim.
Shout out.
Shout out? Modal?
Too dark. It was too bright.
Before we went live, do you want me to go fix it? Are we editing? Are we doing this on the fly?
Am I getting up this time, or are you getting up?
I can get it because I feel like you can't get over there. No
What are you trying to
offense.
say? All right. I'll tell you when. Beth, you know what, Beth? You'll be a lighting grip person today. You tell us if it's too dark or too light. Whoa. Hey. Jesus Christ. Jesus.
That's good.
Okay.
Bold.
Did you not hit the table?
Trying not to.
Anyway, so now watch,
This is a
watch how you
mess.
blow us out now.
This is a
gonna be
mess.
great. No, it's not. This is what live is about.
Oh, we're live.
Whoa, Jesus. See, now it's too dark. Karen is not happy with that hi. Hi, Karen. Is that better? Karen, why did you do that? That was all the money we had. Is that better?
I don't know what's going on.
Can we please talk about your wall of shame?
Shame.
I mean toys.
Shame.
Dolls.
Shame.
You have. I didn't know you collect dolls.
I collect pop vinyls.
Dolls.
Funko Pop vinyls. It's like my Hulk Hogan action figure on the far side of the room. Behind the camera, just let you know, this is the only light.
Not important.
This is the only light that's on, and as soon as Frank leaves, it will go off and be pitch dark in here.
Because Larry has to pay utilities now. Welcome to being a grown-up.
These lights haven't. I've been sitting in the dark since I moved in.
I'm sure you got the best bandwidth in the world, though. Janice from high school. What's up, Janice?
So, the wall, folks, tell me how good. Look how good this wall is. First of all, I want to thank my friend Mike Young, who actually made these shelves.
Pogo.
And from scratch, and the baseboard and everything.
It's real wood and everything.
It's fantastic. So thank you very much. In fact, I put up a picture of this wall to say, "Hey, look at all my pops," and everyone commented,
Welcome,
"Who did
Joan.
the shelves?"
Joan, welcome to the show.
Thank you. What?
Joan,
Why are you getting those updates?
Don't worry. Don't worry. Just keep going.
I'm trying to.
Don't worry about it.
No. Okay. So
God.
so when I moved up here into this apartment, I have probably 240 something pops, probably. And
wait, these are about
these are not all of them.
$13, $14 a pop.
They can average, the single ones average about 12 to 15, unless it's like a special edition, then it could be like $25-$30. The doubles are probably that amount. And of course now you're sitting in front of the signed ones. I have a whole section of signed ones.
So now, if you
cool.
sold all these, you could probably buy like a house in like Massapequa Park.
Not really, but it's a good grouping. So, Artie Lang, who, me? Do I look like Artie Lang? Is my nose all decompressed from coke?
Did you see his Artie Lang's what's it when he goes to jail mugshot?
Oh yeah.
The profile.
Honestly,
it's flatter than a high
it's
school.
crazy.
Girl.
I mean that will tell you, don't do drugs, folks.
Yeah, his nose is completely shot.
So I always wanted, even when I was downstairs, and Frank, when I was downstairs in my regular apartment, I just had no room.
Regular apartment?
Well, my old apartment.
Your dungeon.
This is the first time I haven't lived in a basement in like 15 years.
Well, okay. That's
maybe even more, because I moved into my parents' basement originally.
Then you moved into the basement.
Then
of the
I moved into the apartment, which
that was a big apartment, though.
It was a long apartment.
It was it was long.
It's not as big as. There you go. I wanted to finish that. Let me rephrase that. I wanted to finish the phrase.
What the fuck are they? Okay, so finish. I'm not
getting your friends.
I'm not leaving my son in my will because he will buy more. Oh wow! Yikes, Beth, you can leave me in your will. It's all right. I'll make sure. You know what? Make me Larry's
beneficiary,
power of attorney, and I'll make sure he survives.
I still have pops at your house, Ma. I got to get to.
Okay, talk about the pops.
So
our friend, our listener Richie, who's a very he listens to every episode.
Who just joined?
I know. I'm ignoring him. He wants to know what they are.
Let me find my favorite. Here it is. This is one of my favorites.
Okay.
So these are Funko Pop vinyls, action figures that they've made.
Dolls.
Action figures that basically just they have somehow they got the rights to all these different. I love Popeye. Popeye was the first word. All these different brands and musicians and television shows and movies.
Anthony wants to know, what toy store are you guys broadcasting from?
So I got Married with Children pop vinyls. I have
Put
Marvel.
The pop away. I was going to do an impression.
Oh.
No, that's all right. It's over now. It's
Wayne's
past.
World pop vinyls, and
Wrestling.
definitely wrestling
Tom
pop vinyls.
Servo, Bob Ross, The Joker, Deadpool,
007, Aston Martin behind you.
the actual car, Beetlejuice. Some of these people I don't even
One of
know.
my favorites. Voltron, Defender of the Universe.
39 years old, ladies. He's single. Just letting if any ladies out there, Larry is available.
My signed Big Bird. They're in the attic, Ma. So basically, when these things came out, it was just kind of like a thing. Just they were cool. These little figures with doe eyes. A friend of mine at work had a couple. She had she had one of the Plants from Plants vs. Zombies.
Okay.
And she had, I forgot what the other one was she had. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of cute. That's cool. So when I went online to look, I saw they had, and so I picked the first three I picked up: Krusty the Clown,
Okay.
Steamboat Willie, and Alan from The Hangover with Baby Carlos. Now, when I saw they had The Hangover, I'm like, these things are pretty interesting. And that's what started it. And I ended up buying more and more. Then I started doing those loot crates. Remember, do you still deliver those?
I
Not
actually,
loot crates specifically, but
I don't deliver loot crates anymore.
Okay.
No.
like
I had 3 on my route. One of them was for Brienne, actually, her brother. And I guess I'm allowed to say that, right?
I'll get to the carpenter ants in a little bit,
What's
Eric.
up, Mike? What's up, Eric? Well, again, if you do join in, and we will try to read as many comments as possible, we will make you a part of the show. You know, we like to have our listeners and
I can have everyone here now.
the few fans that we have who are actual fans and not just here to bust our chops.
Remember we were talking about how we try and fit 2 more people here?
Yeah,
That's going to be a little tough.
Yeah,
so we may have to do it at a different studio.
Well, yeah, we could do that in my
Yeah.
basement. So Studio B.
So basically, I had these pops. I was buying them, and as you can see, some of them are loose. Turn me loose. I was waiting for you to do that. Some of them are loose.
The loose. There's a lot of loose
Yeah, a lot of loose ones over
we
there.
Can't see.
The reason being because when I first got them, I'm like, all right, take them out of the box.
What up, David?
Throw the box away, and all right, whatever. Move on with my collection.
I did that to 1.
Then I got a bobblehead pop, and that
Okay.
annoyed the hell out of me because it would sit on the desk just with every sudden movement.
Okay.
Right? And I'm like, I don't
Because
like
you're very
that.
light on your feet, and so it would just move when you breathe.
Shut up.
This is what I'm here for.
I
I'm
know.
here. This is the
I know.
banter.
You're right.
So
Not
touching you.
So and I'm sweaty too,
That's nasty.
as you can see. That's nasty. So
I'm down, Eric.
So when with the bobbleheads, I figured let me keep them in the box because the bobbling is annoying me. Then they started coming out with the special edition ones, and the first special edition was actually through Loot Crate.
Okay, you don't have to point out the actual one.
I can't find it. I actually am going to take time to sort them and put them in some grouping. So that's going to happen next.
Vinny, what's up? Thanks for joining the show.
I got Doc Brown, Back to the Future.
Great Scott!
It was an exclusive to Loot Crate.
Oh God, I have that and I opened it.
It's the one where
hoverboard.
from Back to the Future 1 where he's holding up the 2 connectors, in front of the model.
Right.
He's got the goggles on and everything. I'm like, that's pretty sweet. I go, oh, they make special editions? Maybe I should keep this one in a box.
I opened it.
Who knew? And then from there on, I'm like, I'm keeping all of them in the box.
Yeah, I have a few. I actually started with the Loot Crate ones. Then I stopped doing the Loot Crate, but I have probably about 12, 13, maybe 15 tops. But I just picked up a few. My cousin Frankie picked me up some. But I like to get ones that are odd.
Okay.
Like I have a Michael Corleone one.
Yeah.
I have the Bob Ross one.
I got Bob Ross
like
too,
Bob
yeah.
Ross with like a bunny. Or
He's got a couple. No, it should be a
teddy bear or something?
No, a squirrel.
Squirrel, right? Squirrel. I have a few weird ones. Plus, I do like The Walking Dead, so I have a few Negans. But yeah, they're good. But this is just absolutely insane.
And now I collect them also because I want to get them signed if I can.
Now that you have the shelves up compared to your old apartment, I'm concerned because there was only one shelf. There was only one shelf in your old apartment. Now in this apartment I'm concerned, Larry,
because the wall it extends down this way, you can't and above the window.
I think it might be time for an intervention.
What's wrong with
oh
collecting?
My God. New show. Write this down.
Someone take note out there.
This is patent pending, so don't steal it.
There's the
An
lunch
intervention for people like you,
Nerds?
No, but like who old men, grown men who collect toys.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I'm here to break the stereotype.
Okay. You gotta break the
I was gonna
chair, but
Wow, I'm trying.
Okay, but
I'm trying.
Going on this actually brings us to another segue here. Man caves.
Yes,
You wanted to discuss this.
yes.
Because
So
this
we
is-
should all have our prostates checked. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, wrong man cave.
Ouch.
Hey-o. Hey-o.
Hey-o.
That's right. We're working blue, people. Old men nailed it.
Old man, look at
Phone's
my.
dead. Hold on, Eric. Phone's dead. So's the squirrel. I got to tell the story. So we're on vacation in Ocean City, and we're heading to. Actually, I think me and Eric were.
Eric and I.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to correct you because I've been listening to some retro gamers, and you have a fucked up vocabulary. Learnt.
It's my Brooklynese.
No, I'm from Brooklyn also, and I don't speak half as bad as you do. Learnt.
What did I say? Learnt.
On episode 75 of the Retro Gamers podcast.
I learned it.
You learned. I learned, and I'm sitting there, learned.
Oh, Vinny. Ouch.
Nico.
So, basically, so the phone's dead, so was a squirrel. So
Ouch, Vinny, that's
we were driving.
Can I read that out loud, or if
Yeah.
I'll I don't want to.
It's all right. You have a propane tank.
Yeah, I'll tell you about. I had a whole propane fiasco. At
So
my house.
we were driving to actually a national card show happened to be nearby, and we were
card show?
Card like the national. It was a national card
like
show.
Hallmark cards.
Yes, we went and collected Hallmark cards.
What's
So-
the national card show?
Baseball cards, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Collectors.
Well,
yeah.
then be more
So we're
specific.
driving.
Not everybody knows your shit.
We're driving home, and this was like really before heavy GPS. So like the GPS on your phones like worked, but not
Keep
100%.
saying that word heavy.
Yeah.
Something wrong with gravity
Gravity.
in 1985?
And so as soon as my phone died, I'm pretty much all right. We're on our own. Phone's dead. And Eric goes, "So is the squirrel." They went thump thump. Had no choice. We were moving forward, and the squirrel got in the way.
All right, is that your buddy? I don't know that guy. Frank.
Yeah.
thank
Hey,
you.
what's going on, Frank?
I'm right here.
Frank's good people because I'm
get
gonna
him
be
on
working
show.
with Frank.
him on
I won't
show.
say anything now, but I'll be working with Frank
Okay.
in the near future.
So
So man cave. What is going on there?
don't worry, the camera's still rolling.
So for anyone out there, do any of you have man caves? That's from. Can you tell me what movie that's from?
Mars Attacks.
Ooh, This Island Earth. So
Whatever.
does anyone have man caves out there? Because I'm
Beth?
curious. Would this? I guess this is more for the ladies to answer. If you were married to a gentleman who collected these, would you even allow these walls in your house?
You're really just setting yourself up.
I look, whatever. I'm asking. See, Verdi, mine is under construction. Verdi has a really good man cave. I got to admit. Also, he could really care less about anything, so he's just going to build a man cave.
Our friend Anthony,
No
for
matter
those who
what.
don't know, our friend Anthony, he I don't know how he gets away with half the things he gets away with. I honestly, I fear him, and I look up to him all in the same breath. He could just basically go, "Honey, I'm leaving you and the kids, and I'm going to Vancouver for the weekend." For what? No reason. And he'll just get on a plane and go. He has
David wants to see the rest of the walls.
a way about him. I just don't get it. But I do have a man cave.
Okay, you do.
Yeah, it's a / man cave. It's man cave / my wife's office. My wife works from home.
My wife.
Majority of it is my lair.
Vinny, I do not collect Beanie Babies. I used to buy a lot of Beanie Babies because there was someone in my life who collected Beanie Babies. So, but that was a long time ago during college, and I don't do that anymore.
Right.
Those were expensive.
And they're worth nothing now.
Yeah, I guess it pretty much. You know what made or broke a Beanie Baby back then? The tag.
If you had the tag.
That tag. They made tag protectors just for the tag.
In your basement, Paul.
The number of tags protectors I bought. So your man cave is really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Again, always a work in progress. If you take away the 2 floods I had in my house. But thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, I have I just set up like my whole gaming area. We set up all my old systems. I actually have a life-size video game.
Yeah. By life size, he means he has a normal arcade machine.
Well, yes, full size. I meant to say.
Okay.
So full size. Hey, Jess.
Thanks, Jess. 2 years, 50
yes.
episodes, and we haven't killed each other.
Frank, stop touching the pops. I'm not touching the pops. What are you talking about? I'm not touching them. I have my Ranger wall.
Yes.
Which I actually made for the podcast.
There you go.
Blue and red. You've seen it. If you've seen the old live videos, you've seen it. I've actually kind of made a little studio out of my desk, more like David Letterman and I guess Paul Schaefer. So
Stop it.
I'm not doing anything. It was making sure it wasn't.
Don't. Hey, come on. Damn. Mr. Anderson.
Anyway, tag protection. That's a thing.
Yeah, sure was.
I had one Beanie Baby. It was a lobster. Some girl bought it for me in college. I don't know why.
Rock lobster.
But I had it in the back of my car, and it stayed there, sun baked for years. So I don't know where that is now. I don't know what that was. There's somebody replying to somebody else on here. But okay, like I said, we will read. We frozen?
No, we're good. You're frozen.
I'm frozen.
I'm still going.
Like I said, we will read the comments as fast as we can because it's actually moving up. Whoa, 15 people.
We got it. We're
is
cooking.
nice.
We're
2
cooking
years,
with
baby.
gas.
So
I like it a lot.
I don't personally think women have a problem with man caves.
Mm-hmm.
Men caves. I think they'd have a problem with this.
But there's really, look, a lot of people
If this was
collect.
in your basement and out of the way of, because I can tell you right now, in my house, like I pretty much have the garage, I have the basement, with the exception of her desk. So, which I'm pretty much kind of going to wall off soon. But my wife's style is very like a lot of wood, a lot of farmhouse stuff in the house. That apparently is
rustic.
The style.
Is that rustic?
No, it's farmhouse. It's a thing.
I thought it was
Apparently, and I'm living through the hell of it. Like, for instance, I went to Home Depot today. I had to get some stuff, and there was these string lights. I'm looking for string lights to go in the backyard.
Okay.
And they have mason jars, lights.
Oh.
The fake, with mason jars.
Yeah.
And my wife, I took a picture of it to mock my wife, and she's like, yes, get them. I'm like, no, I'm not
That backfired.
No. Well, I know she's going to go get them, and then I'm going to have to figure out a way to string them across the house outside. So she's having a watch party. Oh, you're selling watches?
No, my mother's having a watch party.
I know. Yes, and
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
sheesh. So guys don't have full say. I don't think so. Verdi's does for some reason. I don't know, but I don't. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Considering the fact I live in, this is going to be phrasing, I live in what can be considered a man cave.
You lived in a cave. Now you live in a
It's a palatial apartment.
cave on a
And if
mount
any-
on a hill.
If anyone
Like
watches,
the Grinch.
that is fairly accurate. Yeah, I can see that. If anyone watches,
Larry Mormon, what are you doing up there?
I don't know what to wear.
My wife loves mason jars as well. See, so David gets it. He knows. Yeah. Why am I frozen again? Oh, there you go.
So, and on the far side, if you guys watch, she plugged the Retro Gamers podcast, which you can watch on YouTube, I have kind of like another section of what could be a man cave, a smaller version, which is purposely done as a backdrop. And that one has like all my video games, like the old video games
Well,
and
I
stuff like
suggested
that.
you actually get a backdrop, but you go in
That is a backdrop.
no, like an actual cloth backdrop.
Well, I don't need that because I have that.
I would get 20 of them and just change out like a desert. You have like the pyramids behind you.
We're in Delaware.
Eiffel Tower, the Vatican.
It's like in Wayne's World.
Yeah. Oh shit! Sorry
Wow.
about that. Danielle, thank you for joining. We have Danielle. Okay, this is a perfect example. Danielle, we just asked a question, and this is Frankie's.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Okay.
Hi.
The question was in man caves. Now, I've seen Frankie's layout of his house. Do guys have any say in where all of this goes, or is it the wife or the female better half? Do they have like full control? Was that your question?
Wives out there, again, would any of you let these walls in your house?
on the first floor.
I'm not saying I have to be in the house. I understand if I'm in the house, that's a game
a
over.
no-go.
But if your husband had this obsession, would you give him 2 walls to put pop vinyls, to put Marvel action figures, to put sports memorabilia? Do you think depending on what goes up will depend on what is allowed, like sports memorabilia?
Yes, like I have a lot of those like giant diecast cars.
Okay.
And when we had the apartment, my wife and I'm like, I wanted to put like the one from Animal House and like a 57 Chevy up on like top of the television. She was like,
"Take care, Anthony."
No. She was like,
like I still try to figure out where to put all my wrestling belts. And I still haven't really. I'm starting to run out of wall space.
How many wrestling belts you up to, Larry?
I just bought my newest one recently, the WWE Championship Eco-Friendly title, made out of a naturally fallen wood and hemp, and I'm up to 17. 15 are up here. I still have 2 downstairs. I just haven't gotten around to getting them.
Downstairs?
Well, they're still in the basement. I got they're in the washroom. I just put them in there temporarily when I was moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Larry, we have a guest. We have your mom and dad coming in, and then we have all your aunts and uncles and all your friends. Come on in, guys. Larry, I called you here tonight because, seriously, 17 belts.
Yeah, I've been collecting since I bought my first one in 1999.
Hope the Carpenter ants get to the Eco title. You have Carpenter ants?
I had an infestation.
Oh, good. You said it right. Now let's
Carpenter ants.
You guys made fun of me when I had ants at my house.
When?
I
showed up late, so I didn't know what was going on there.
Yeah, I had a little ant issue, and I was killing ants all night long. So good for you, Eric, and good for you, because you guys are making fun of my ants.
I've had ants like in the basement, regular ants, the little ones. They like every 2 years they would come into the apartment and just lay a couple traps down. The problem is when you lay the traps down, you can't keep killing them. Because the idea is to take the bait back to the colony.
Well, you're supposed to put the traps on the outside.
Well, no, they were inside. They were in my bathroom last
here.
time. Yeah, when I was downstairs,
Okay.
they were in my bathroom.
Thankfully, they can't.
So I put
climb.
No, those can't. But the bigger guys can. The carpenter ants. So when I moved upstairs up here, I saw one ant. I'm like, all right, maybe something came up with with stuff that was outside and everything. And then like a couple days ago, and of course it's all in my bedroom. I just saw a bunch of them hanging out, kind of like, "Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
how
man.
are you? Yeah, how are you,
up?
new guy?" It's like Joe's apartment, and
Those were bed bugs.
no, thankfully I never had bed bugs. But so the carpenter ants, because they're bigger and they're quicker and they're dumber, so it was a little harder. It
How do
seemed
you know
like
they're dumber?
because they just kind of run and then like
They're
go in a circle
ants.
and then like run another way. Where like the little ants, they all kind of go in a formation.
They were crabs. Now we
You know what? I wish. so
yes, I actually wish you get a sexually transmitted disease. Then I'll be very happy for you.
But I think I got the carpenter ants under control. I laid some bait down there. I pleaded with them. We negotiated. We got a plea bargain going, and I think our lawyers have come to an agreement. And I haven't seen them in a few days, which is good because my bed is actually showing up this Friday.
What have you been sleeping on?
I've been sleeping on a couch for the last month.
How's your back?
Surprisingly, not bad.
Okay, maybe you should stick with that.
Yeah, I think I should. It's actually
Who's
quite
next to
comfortable.
Robin?
Where are we?
Second shelf.
That is Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, so this is our 2-year anniversary.
It is our 2-year anniversary. And I
let's
feel like
get
Frank just learned something new about me.
I'm a little concerned. I'll be honest.
Come
I'm
on. No, be honest.
part of it, like, okay, the 15-year-old boy in me is jealous, but the 45-year-old man in me is a little concerned.
It's a
Like,
nice
I want
collection.
you to like go out and play.
But I don't buy these much anymore. Like I used to just buy whatever ones I saw.
By the way, your mom had a great line: "Sell a belt a month to pay your utility bills." Never, Beth.
No.
He'll never do that.
Are you kidding me? I got a few of them signed.
Signed.
Now I just buy ones I'm really interested in.
Didn't you get abused by
whatever.
a 12-year-old kid for buying a belt?
For bringing it with me to a show and wearing it over my shoulder, yes. Some 12-year-old putz. He's like, nice belt. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, thanks.
Yes, 2 years really,
2
and
years.
we've never had a fight. Although I feel like the last 3 months it's just been me because you've been very busy.
Yeah.
Sick.
WrestleMania, hospital.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Okay.
Right.
Well, no, and you've been you have something coming up. Do you? Well, let's talk about the 2 years. Some highlights from the last 2 years. I know.
2 years, folks.
2 years.
2 years. How about you move yourself because I can't move that anymore.
How about
Oh,
I
there
just
we go.
move this?
Stop it. Stop it.
Okay.
Did you see how he got drop kicked in South America?
I did.
Arnold
That's pretty
Schwarzenegger?
funny. Yeah, I
That was
saw
ridiculous.
That guy came out of nowhere.
He really did.
I think it was the same guy who knocked over the wrestler.
I think he took his wallet.
I think he took his wallet. 2
wrestler.
years.
Yes.
Some highlights.
Boy, highlights. First one that comes to mind is the first ever March Babeness.
First ever March Babeness, the first annual winner, Leah Thompson.
Leah Thompson.
I've been a little busy. I have not contacted the second winner, Angela White, but I think she's gettable. So
I'm going to assume so as well.
So, yeah, we had, of course, on March Babeness is where we have a bracket buster of the hottest women in the internet and all other categories.
It's not a she shed. It's a man cave. Thank you.
Nobody brought down your she shed, Cheryl. Some of my favorite highlights were the very special episodes.
Yes, those were good ones.
The Christmas episode of when we did Happy Days when Fonzie had nowhere to go on Christmas.
That was the first, yeah.
And then
second one was
second
Saved
one
by the Bell.
with our guest Anthony Rippo from the Retro Gamers podcast. We had Saved by the Bell. I'm so excited.
They had pop vinyls I never got.
They have pop vinyls. I'm sure they do. But I enjoyed the one with Anthony, and I think next year, this December, when we have our third annual very special episode, I'd like Anthony to be a part of that again because he just brought another dynamic to it.
He knows his stuff.
He's a TV file like myself, and
excuse me.
And I just thought it was a really, really good episode. That was fun.
I think because of his vast knowledge as well.
Thank you, Rob. Like Rob says, and to many more years to come. Thank you, Rob. We appreciate it. Rob, our fan from Chicago. What? I'm showing respect to our.
Hey, oh! Well, all right.
Showing respect to our fan. He's getting really mad. Boop.
Stop. You can touch me all you want. I'll touch those things.
Then you might want to turn that one around.
Oh, that one fell on its own.
SpongeBob. Is that SpongeBob?
No, actually, it's from a video game.
See, I completely lost my train
Borderland.
of thought. I missed a few of these comments. It's not a man cave if you have dolls on the wall. It's a she shed.
That's what I was quoting. That's what I said.
Yeah, no. Well, no, somebody else wrote she shed earlier. So
it's not your fault, Mom. Look, yes, I have Peter Pan syndrome. It's very clear. You know, I don't want to grow up.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, absolutely, it's a thing. Think about
syndrome.
it. Let's put it in this perspective. When our parents were our age, right? They we saw them like late 30s, early 40s as like, wow, you know, they're old. Yeah, and they didn't play with games or toys.
No.
I mean, yeah, they may play a board game with us.
They might have been smoking a little doob.
Not mine. But
playing a little polka.
Polka.
Polka?
Not
polka.
I'm sorry.
Poker.
You know, so the fact that like we're at this age and you know we play video games, you know we have our collections of what we collect. It's a different society, which may be good, may be bad. You know, you take them both. So you know they have
the facts of life. You know, sometimes real life just gets in the way, and you have to be a little bit more responsible. But
true.
But I collecting is one thing. This is kind of like an obsession.
Vinny, you should get a girl on the show to ride a Simeon.
I invented that, Vinny. I'm retiring. Did you see my new book? I blow up every. I'm nice Howard Stern now. Fucking such a.
My mom just got the book.
Howard Stern. I'll give all the credit in the world to Howard Stern. He was like the first shock jock.
Yeah.
But he's so washed up now. It's terrible.
Yeah, the big C scare.
Okay, yeah. I'm over it. Him and Fafa Fooey and the other, what's the black girl's name?
Robin.
Robin. Oh, yeah, right. So I've only done the impression enough. But I invented podcasts. But no, another thing we had some very good guests on our show the last 2 years. And we have some more. We have some more.
Maybe?
We have some more coming up. So we had Eric, our good friend Eric, the ginger, who
Yes.
got it. That was our first drunken.
That was a drunk.
first
We got to do that
drunken
again this summer.
podcast. So
Eric, if you're still watching, which I doubt you are, definitely we're putting you on notice now. We're doing another drinking episode.
yes, that was
fun.
by the end of that podcast.
Natasha, thank you.
We actually did.
Thank
That
you.
was our first two-parter because we kept rambling, and it ended up being like a 4-hour episode.
It really
that
was.
we were like, well, we'll just break it into 2 episodes because I couldn't even barely. It was in my
Screw
backyard,
it.
and I could
Yeah.
barely get in the
We were
yard.
battling
get in the
Mothra.
house. No, not Eric the midget. He's definitely not a midget. We had Brienne, who brought her own liquor.
Yes.
and
That was some good liquor, too.
And
I
cake.
didn't even know her.
And cake. She was no.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That was terrible.
Um,
that cake, of course, she the 1 year
the
anniversary.
1 year anniversary.
Cake.
She got us a
Oh,
cake.
that was
which we
fantastic.
ate not live on air, but we ate on air.
I don't think we were live.
No, we
were
weren't live, but the
Yeah.
audio. Of it,
Oh, yeah.
the audio of it of us eating was just cringeworthy. Good cake though.
Very good
Fantastic
cake, absolutely.
Who else did say?
Your
Yeah.
cousin, Frankie,
Episode 4,
Very
probably
early.
Still the most
edited,
edited
heavily
and downloaded episode.
What do you mean I can't mention that?
Can't
Oh,
mention
you guys are
people's wives' names and
can't be
enough of
putting
these
things-
questions. Well, how many times a day do you jerk off? I'm like, oh God. I'm like, why? We had Verdi on another.
We
friend
did.
Of ours,
That we did at a restaurant.
Yeah, we did that at a
yep.
restaurant.
That was the day when we went to the Grindhouse Studios.
Correct, right. We
Yep.
went to Grindhouse to try and work
To get
out a deal,
pitched.
but that did not happen. But that's okay. We have actually some other things in the works.
Yeah.
We actually met a few. We were on another podcast. We were on a few other podcasts.
We were, yes.
We were on the.
We were on Pinup School Cats and Comics.
With Dennis Newman and Teresa Gray.
Yep. And, of course, they still do that show once a month. I definitely want to give them a shout
Right,
out. Because,
absolutely. Give him a plug.
Dennis with the Newman Show
Paul's a
every
huge
Monday.
fan.
And hopefully we will all
What
four of
comment,
us.
Paul?
will-
Sorry.
yeah. We will all get together and hash out the differences with this stupid Hawaiian pizza.
Listen, I'm sorry
So-
that you have no. You obviously have
I have wonderful taste, as you can see behind me.
wonderful. But Hawaiian pizza, there's nothing wrong with. I'm sorry. It's sweet. It's salty. It's good. It's fantastic. You want to talk about that or no?
Oh, I still have the
still,
glue.
You still injecting yourself?
That hurt. No, I last week I was I was
What the hell is that?
it's glue from the tape.
Let's talk about. Come on, Caitlin, share your story.
What? How dare you? Here, watch. No. So I
Don't ever
was
reach
in the-
down there again. Ever.
I was trying to reach your arm.
Don't ever reach near there ever again. That's protected. So I'm reading the comments.
It's on lock and
Have
key.
any-
Ever have a serial killer?
Yes, every week.
Keep it up. Yeah, I was hospitalized last week. Dehydrated and a
Really?
swollen kidney.
A swollen kidney.
Yeah, dehydration, which shocked the hell out of me because I've been last couple days. No. Actually, last couple days I've been doing good again. But for like a week or two leading up to it, like I've been drinking like 4 or 5 bottles of water, which I know for a lot of you is normal, but for me it's new. I don't drink a lot of water. I am now. So when I went to the hospital, and they're like, "Yeah, you like are dehydrated," and they put me on like 2. I had to go through 2 IV bags.
2?
It was
Ponderous.
crazy.
Fucking ponderous.
So that was fun, and then the swollen kidney just kicked me in the kidney, and I was in the hospital overnight. Nothing like excruciating pain.
That's why last week's episode was late. Really? Excuses.
A friend of mine said, if you would have stayed in the hospital longer, you could have done a podcast from the hospital. I'm like, I would have.
Oh, I
done
would
a
have
podcast
brought. You should have told me. I
from
would
the
have brought the recorder. That would have been hysterical.
like 3 o'clock in the
Live
morning.
from room 315. What hospital? No, don't mention it.
But no, it was a very good hospital. Took a little while to get the room, so I'm sitting there in agony. But whatever. But I survived, got through it. I'm back. But yeah, as big as I am, apparently they can't find any veins on me if they need to take blood.
Well, it's kind of covered with a mass. Well, I'm fat too. I could say it.
They
okay?
stuck me like 6 times. It's fun when they go, all right, let's check. Nope. All right, let's try up here. Nope. All right,
the
let's
one
go
in
here.
the hand is the worst.
Nope. It wasn't. You know what? It wasn't really bad.
No,
I was
the one
able
in
to,
the hand is the worst.
To this day, I did it when I was a kid. My parents told me about it. My mother told me to do it. I do it to this day. I look away, and I just sing the alphabet in my head.
You're such a child.
Every time I need to take a shot.
Okay, okay, Verdi, Anthony, I wish we get that big. He goes, you guys should have a message board like ONA.
Oh my God,
used to have.
If we had our own Bobo.
All right, listen, Bobo. No, I would just like Psycho Mark.
Oh, is he dead?
Yeah, he should be. How
about the Destroyer?
He's a rock legend, radio legend. Kaddish.
All we do is steal stuff.
Yeah, I know. That's what we do. Again, I lost my train of thought. So you were in the hospital, but you're all better now.
I'm good to go. Yep, thank God.
All right, good. I was a little concerned.
So was I.
I was a little concerned. A lot. But by the way, funny story. Stephanie, she's like, when we did the last episode, she's like, "Oh, you don't need me."
Oh,
so I was like, we could do more. We could definitely do more. She actually, I think she enjoyed it, but she won't admit it.
I loved that episode. I wasn't on it.
That was a good. That was another.
Yep. That was a fun highlight because when I told you you had to do it, I know you were panicking.
No, I wasn't panicking. It actually gave me some practice because
do an Obama impersonation.
Do an Obama.
Do you even have one? I mean, you don't do any impersonations. I know.
Looking for work
on the show. Wow.
Worst president in the history of America. There, I
and-
said it on camera.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. So
I'm not disagreeing.
It's
not
funny.
agreeing,
I mean, he really
but-
shouldn't have been president since he wasn't even born in America. Yeah, I said that too.
Wow.
Liberals. Somebody triggered.
I was just telling someone today we try and steer from the politics.
Yeah, we don't do politics.
I mean,
on the
as
show.
much as we have actually a recurring guest. Let's talk about the guests.
Oh yes,
we've had some
special guests. Let's see, we've had President Trump very often.
He
just pops into the.
I feel like he's just stationed outside, which concerns
he might
me,
be, but you know what? He doesn't like the live videos.
No.
There
go. Yeah, your viewership I think did drop.
Whoa! There goes your viewership. Yeah, all 90 is. Wow, we actually went from 17 to 9, so maybe I should say Obama was fantastic. He was great. I love him. Him and his wife. And
44. We're going to do the taxes, and we're going to not build the wall, and the earbud just fell out of my giant ear.
All right,
come on.
That's not bad. It's not
That's
bad.
a good impression.
I give that a 6 out of 10.
I'll take it.
All right,
I will take
Let's
it.
see,
I can do.
We've had the ghost of Harry Carey.
Harry Carey shows up often. Who's turning into?
Right,
I think he's turning into a bit of an anti-Semite, maybe.
Harry Carey.
No, not really. But
for those who don't know, Harry Carey, I
forgot we were live.
He was a broadcaster. He's dead, but he possesses me sometimes, unbeknownst to me. I kind of just get the shakes, and then you've seen it.
No, it does happen.
And then he just takes over for about a minute or two. But from what I've listened, he's getting very angry.
He is.
And a little racist.
Yep.
But it's just a character, so I mean,
it's
guess
Harry
you can't-
Carey.
you can't
It's
get
not.
the-
Yeah, I
you know.
mean, it's Harry Carey. Well, the ghost
we
of Harry
had,
Carey.
in the beginning, we had Bill Cosby's cousin, Fred Cosby.
Fred Cosby. Yeah, he was fun for a while.
He was fun. He called us from the motor vehicle, the DMV one day,
He
right?
did. It was very noisy
Yeah,
there
it was very
as
noisy,
well.
But him
Quite
and his
proud of
wife
that one.
Camille, she never came on the show, but he was always screaming for her.
Richard Dreyfuss has been on a couple of times.
Richard
Rarely.
Dreyfuss from Jaws.
Yes,
and
from Jaws.
Stand By Me. The voice is from Stand By Me.
Yep. He was in Jaws. He was the voice of Stand By Me. I think he was in something else. Mr. Holland's Opus, he never mentions.
Great movie.
I never saw it.
A good movie. Yeah, good movie. What else happened in 2 years?
What else?
I don't know. That's about it. All right, guys, that's the show. My back is killing me. So yeah, today I had a bit of. Someone mentioned propane. I had a bit of an issue with
Damn
propane.
it, Bobby.
That boy's not right.
Any wise guy guests on the show?
No. Bill, you want to be on the show? You want to be a wise guy?
You guys got guns.
Today was my day off.
Oh, today was
my day off, and I had now. This is falls into my side of the better half, the married side. I had a day off, and every day off I have a plan in my head. I have stuff to do around the house or with the kids or whatever. This morning, but I don't vocalize my plan, and I think that's one thing I have to 12 years of marriage, I think I should probably tell my wife that on my day off I have a plan and she should not fuck with my plan. Because today she royally fucked with my plan. And
Well, she may be listening now.
no, she's not listening. Stop it. She only listened to one episode, and that was the one where we were talking about Rippo's mother.
Oh, yeah.
With the milk dud.
Larry, you want a milk dud? Yeah.
When you were on your date.
Yep.
So Titanic. So my plan today was I have some people coming over for Memorial Day.
Rob, eventually I will do a live feed to show you the rest of the apartment, yes.
Sure. You could put that on the Facebook page.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. My plan today was to power wash the side of the house.
I love watching power washing videos.
I've been watching power washing videos on YouTube, and let me tell you, it's like crack. I sit there and I then watch them. They pulled a pickup truck out of the junkyard. Okay, and they power washed it.
Oh my God, really?
It looked brand new.
That is
I was like,
awesome.
I'd buy that. But I don't think it had an engine. But anyway, so I was power washing. This was my plan, to power wash the side, do some things to clean the yard up.
Just real quick, everyone, hit the share button. Hit that share button.
Yes.
It takes 5 seconds.
Yes, share it now.
Let the
right
world
now.
know.
Stop what you're doing, and right now. Christina, welcome. I like when the ladies join the show because we don't have a lot of lady fans. And Rebecca, another lady. Wow, that's two.
Oh, your friends are showing up. Where
Yeah,
the hell
I
are mine?
have friends.
Actually, I got a bunch of friends watching.
Sure you do.
Sure.
Anyway, so yesterday I was talking to my wife, and she's like, "Oh, my dad's coming over tomorrow. Figure he could give you a hand putting mulch and soil down." And
sounds like a fun hangout.
and this and this and this and this and this, and I'm thinking, all right,
Thank you,
well, now Tuesday night we had an event at the school, and I'm like, I was going to go to Home Depot last night, get everything I needed
Okay.
to save myself some time today, so I could do what I wanted to do in the morning, eat my lunch, and then relax for the afternoon. Didn't happen. So went to Home Depot this morning after the kids got on the bus. That was like an hour.
Thank you, Natasha. I love you. So, all right.
Natasha,
So
we must get moose and squirrel. Who's Natasha? Do I know her?
yeah, you do. The football game every
Oh, yeah. Oh, hi,
February.
Natasha. Oh, yeah. I don't
What's
know.
it called?
I don't know
Super
people-
Bowl.
I don't know people's names. I don't know. It's that girl, him, her.
That girl.
Does that even how that goes?
Is that how that goes?
I have no idea.
That-
Because I wasn't alive when that show was on.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Google that shit right now.
What was it, 60s?
It was called That Girl?
Yeah.
Google it. I'll Google it.
Google it.
Google.
We have 2 laptops, and we still
Well, I
have
don't
to
want to lose
get
the feed. so you do it.
I can't,
you
no,
do it.
because
All
I'm
right,
running
forget
the
it.
thing.
Somebody look up That Girl and tell me the years, because I guarantee
No,
it
it was in the 60s.
Yeah, it was before me.
Right, just before you, yeah.
So lunch, I was going to go to Fat Boy Burrito, which you could see on my sticker here. I have a Fat Boy Burrito sticker on my laptop. In Belmore, kick-ass burritos, seriously. So didn't get to do that.
You know what else reminds me about the show? All the free plugs.
We gave a lot of free plugs. A lot of free plugs. And I'm still waiting for an advertiser. So
Eventually.
and merch. Yeah, I'm waiting on that too.
Well, as soon as
one of our fans is waiting for merch. She want leggings. That
As
say
soon
the
as
better
I can
half.
guarantee that I can sell like $1,000 worth of merchandise and it's worth
All
it
right.
for me to do the taxes,
One
then I'm good.
T-shirt, $500. If you buy 2, we'll throw in a hat. So there you go.
Dunsky.
Super Bowl. Yeah, I got it. Sorry, Natasha. Sorry. Christina, another Christina. Hey, thanks for coming. Now, Christina, this is a friend of mine who is a singer, an artist, and I want to give her a free plug. Speaking of free plugs.
Oh, boy. All right, do it.
I'm going to say it wrong, so I have to open
So
it
there
up.
we go. All right.
Don't worry, Christina. I'll get to
And,
it. Yes, yoga pants. Yes, we're going to try and get yoga pants. Somebody else asked me for yoga pants.
I'm starting to turn on yoga pants.
Tell me.
For the better.
Okay, tell me.
No, I'm just saying, just
No,
in general.
I need you to tell me because I need to
okay.
look this up while
There's
you
gonna be
tell
a
me.
few.
It's
So-
called Work
Yeah.
With Me. You
I am fully aware of what's going on.
unprofessional son of a
Unprofessional.
nutcracker.
I'm the one who's been podcasting for 5.5 years.
Okay, so keep
Okay.
talking. Tell me about. Now, tell the viewers
Shapely rumps.
Yeah, that's what about.
Shapely. Oh, my mother, Beth, as my mother.
Beth.
That girl ran from 66 to 71.
Aha! I was not alive.
What
I was
year were
born
you
in '74.
Okay, all right. Well,
So-
that was that was on deck. So
Your internet sucks.
no, your tablet sucks. What is that? That's a laptop.
It's not a tablet. Oh,
Oh.
all right. I love when I punch in Instagram and right away Sophie D pops up.
Oh, Sophie D follow.
Rockabilly. Hold on. I know it's something like. Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm not gonna
Rockapella, rockapella.
It's actually close.
Rockapella. You don't remember Rockapella?
Yes, I do. I'm going to give my friend Christina a free plug.
Okay.
Because she's in Staten Island. The name of her company is Rockabella Pies. You can follow her on Instagram. Rockabella. What's that called?
That is an underscore.
Underscore pies. These are the most gorgeous pies I've ever seen in my life. These things are, apple hand pies.
Wow.
Let's see.
I don't even like apple pie.
Oh,
That
yeah.
looks good.
Okay.
What the hell is that? Oh.
That's her.
Okay.
The cupcakes here. We got a little action
Got a
going on.
little blueberry.
You notice the two people that I talk about most are Bree the pastry chef and now the Rockabella Pie Shop.
Right?
Look, this seriously,
No,
if you're in
that looks
Staten
really
Island,
good.
you need to go
Oh,
get a
God.
pie, blueberry star pies.
What?
Go get a pie from Rockabella Pies. You will not
Do you have
be
Did
disappointed.
you have any kidney pies?
No, ew,
No,
no.
okay.
I saw. Oh,
What's that other one? Burberry?
It was
What is
around.
that?
I believe it was around Thanksgiving, Halloween. She was making like these pecan pies, like these maple. Oh my God, they were.
Took me a while
ridiculous. Rockabella pies.
It took me a while to get across to pecan pies.
Oh, I love them. Love them. Love them. Seriously, it's the best pie you'll ever have.
I love them, and they're good.
actually not-
And the pecan is delicious.
I'm gonna tell you, you went from a 6
Crap.
to a 7.
I think it sucked. Okay,
I'm trying to work on a Trump one. Okay,
it's never
Yeah,
going to work with you.
It's
never
can't
going to
do it
work with
live.
you.
Can't do it live.
Oh man, I'm trying to work on my Winnie the Pooh.
Oh bother! Oh bother!
Oh bother!
Yeah.
No,
you
Christopher
You
Robin.
sound
No,
like
that's
Uncle
terrible. I don't want to do that.
Paul. Sure. Seriously, like I was saying, Rockabella Pies in Staten Island. Follow them on Instagram.
Yes,
They
Do it.
rock. They rock.
do it.
So there's the free plug of the week.
There you go.
I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to give a free plug of the week until someone. I'm going to give a free plug of the week until someone pays us.
Yeah, that sounds threatening.
So there, you had it.
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
What are we on time? 51 minutes. All right, not too shabby.
Plus the 5 that we were recording before I forgot to.
Yeah,
hit.
so yeah, we
play.
had a little snafu.
Yeah, it happens.
2-year anniversary episode.
We actually have a request. Game of Thrones review.
Now, Larry, I know you're a big Game of Thrones fan. All your posts. Would you just chill out for a second and let me speak? Goddamn. That's right. I hit you in violence. Game of Thrones. It's worldwide, and Larry has never watched one episode of it.
I've watched bits and pieces of it. The only parts I need to.
The nude parts.
I'm not saying that, but that's
parts
your own
What parts
conclusion.
did you see?
I'm just saying. Is there a
You
lot of parts?
really, Larry, Beth, but you can come in now. We really need to get an intervention on you. What must the women living below you think is going on?
Let me ask you a question about Game of Thrones, though, because people are a bit unhappy with the, I guess, spoiler alert, first of all. We'll throw that out there. A lot of people are unhappy with the series finale.
The people weren't happy with this last season altogether.
Okay.
A lot of people thought the storylines were rushed and that obviously there was the 2 snafus of a Starbucks cup, and in the last
And then
episode there was a water bottle, apparently. But I don't really care. Because it's a show with a dragon in it. So I'm not going to be upset that it didn't end the way I wanted to. Hashtag not my series finale. Screw it. You know what happened? When I did a perfect post on this. When I was a child, I loved Quantum Leap. Does everyone remember?
Oh,
the show
yeah.
Quantum
Okay,
Leap?
yeah.
Great show.
And hopefully the next leap will be his leap home.
Is it right? Sam Beckett. All Sam Beckett wanted to do was leap home. Okay? And
Was it Al?
Al.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was Al. Yeah, that was that guy. He just pressed that thing. and
Yeah,
had a
that
cigar,
weird
right?
calculator. Yeah.
And I was a kid. The show ended, and I got upset because all Sam wanted to do was go home, and he did the final leap, and that was the end of the show. Fine, leaving it open for maybe a renewal of the next season, or a TV movie in the future that never happened. I'm just saying. Talking to you, Scott Bakula. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. I called him out. Never watched an episode either. Well, okay, so that means the 2 of you. And Matt. That's 3. So.
All right. Solidarity.
So I did not get to write a petition online saying rewrite the season. I hate that crap. It is what it is. Accept it, whether you liked it or you hated it. I kind of thought the series finale, underwhelming, but I was kind of satisfied with the way it ended. So we don't really do like reviews here.
No,
but
someone asked. Yeah.
So we'll take any requests. Show stunk. Of
There
course.
you go.
What?
No, the show stunk. Yeah, that's just straight into the point.
Straight into the point. We're a little blurry. We're a little blurry here.
That's because you have a crappy computer. So, but basically, like,
I'm gonna fucking punch. I'm gonna punch Leonardo right in the face.
I will shut this podcast down.
All right.
Okay. So, what series finale does live up to the hype? Very few.
Breaking Bad, I thought was
Breaking
great.
Bad was one.
Different Strokes.
I don't remember what the last episode was.
Oh, Arnold shot everybody up.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been great. No, I don't know. I mean, look,
Alf's wasn't that good.
Don't remember.
Also got canceled. Like the last scene was him. He was about to get on the spaceship to go home. Then he was surrounded by the cops, and then like the show was canceled.
Well, that's
Willie. I thought Scrubs had a really good series finale.
I don't want no Scrubs.
But then they had to push it and go to another season, and that just ruined it.
Well, that's what usually happens. Apparently,
Let me look at my pop, see if I can remember what all the TV shows.
Apparently,
Seinfeld.
The new trend. Well, speaking of Seinfeld, go out on top. Before the show starts to suck, and I get that. But like people I comparing Game of Thrones series finale to Sopranos. I thought Sopranos series finale sucked. I still hate it to this day. I can't even listen to that goddamn Journey song because of it. But I thought Game of Thrones, like I said, underwhelming. Yes, but I was satisfied. And look, it's a show with fucking dragons and ice zombies.
I get it.
Okay, so I'm not going to be upset. What?
So just to go through here, Spartacus. I don't know.
No, I'm Spartacus.
I know. I have a feeling it's because the first guy died. So like in real life. Let's see. Sopranos. Those of you saying Sopranos, did you like it? Did you not like it? That whole thing where it just went straight to black, and everyone's like,
to black.
Like, what's wrong with my television?
Well, a lot of people think that
out.
it went cut to black because that was the last thing Tony saw. He got shot, but I don't know. I didn't need 37 seconds of Meadow trying to park a fucking car. That apparently could park itself. It was just, I don't know.
Matt, it's funny. As much as I love The Big Bang Theory, I didn't watch this season of The Big Bang, so I didn't even watch this. I will eventually, but I didn't watch the series finale. So
I didn't watch it yet either.
Married with Children.
How did it end? I don't remember.
Again, they got canceled. They actually weren't ended. The last episode on TV was the episode when Kelly was getting married to Alan Thicke.
The father, not
he was. Yeah, I mean he was not. He didn't play himself, but his character was on. Like he was
okay,
really rich.
Ben.
Yep. Ben.
He's dead, right? Alan
He
Thicke?
is. Yes.
Yeah.
And if you watch Family Guy,
Now he's
you get
Alan
that.
Thin.
Oh,
He's bone thin.
So she was going to get married, and I get it,
Maddie,
and that didn't work out. King of Queens. I never saw that series finale.
King of Queens was good. It was. I didn't see the series finale, but I mean, it started over again when it was when
Kevin Can Wait.
Kevin Can Wait, when that was basically King of Queens Part 2, which I watched the first 2 episodes of it, and it's supposed to take place in Massapequa, Long Island.
Yeah.
Now, being a Long Islander, as you are as well, and a few of our listeners are, I've never seen one person wear so much stuff from Massapequa on it. Like, it's like, okay, we get your... Okay, they had all-American bags. Fine, that's great. That's for those in Long Island, not in Long Island, that is a step up from McDonald's, basically. I don't get what the hype is with All American, but whatever.
All Americans, yeah. One final thing, then we'll move on. Bill makes a good point about The Sopranos.
What happened?
I heard a great perspective. One guy said that we, the viewer, were whacked because the only one who knew everything was the viewer. It's very, very meta.
Yeah, Bill, that idea sucks.
Wow. All right. Well, we're going to move right along then.
But Verdi he says the last 5 minutes that made people feel Sopranos sucked. Sopranos was a great show up until the last 5 minutes. I agree with that 100%.
Just like the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. It was awesome up until Brock Lesnar comes out, climbs the ladder, and grabs Money in the Bank.
Now, there was a show, Deadwood. Did you ever watch Deadwood?
No, my parents loved it.
I loved Deadwood. Yeah. Deadwood ended horribly, but it was based on true events, so that's how it ended in real life.
Yeah, my mom just said something about Spartacus. So.
Yeah, and they're actually bringing Deadwood back for a movie.
Yep.
I hope I didn't miss that. I know it's coming out.
No,
soon.
I think it's in a theater. I think
no, it's on HBO.
Oh, they're doing it in a theater. Okay.
Yeah. And it's basically 10 years later in the town of Deadwood.
Gotcha.
But so who knows? I mean, I don't know. It keeps freezing up, but
you're good. Don't worry.
Not a happy ending. She doesn't even know what she just said. Bill Kraft? Bob Kraft? Kraft butter?
What?
Kraft? American
Kraft
cheese?
Secret Services?
What's that?
What?
What's that?
Modal.
Modal. So what else? What the hell was that? What was that? Why did you do that?
Don't know.
Do it again.
I don't know. Yes, All in the Family and the Jeffersons are back tonight. In fact, it's almost over.
Oh, George. So now who's playing who?
So they're doing live All in the Family and the Jeffersons.
Like what they did with Grease and.
Well, yeah, I think they're like
Christmas
as
Story.
a celebration for Norman Lear, who's still alive. I thought he was dead already.
He's like 90-something years
exactly.
old. Yeah.
And they're not. I think they're doing key scenes from episodes. My fingers are crossed that they do. They do the rape episode.
Mr. J. That guy was a kid toucher, right?
Who?
The English guy.
I think. Was he married to the
no,
black
that was
woman?
Diamond Roxy Roca. She was married to the fat guy that looked like because like the guy from WKRP
okay,
in
because
Cincinnati.
Will Ferrell's playing that guy tonight.
Will Ferrell. He played somebody else too, didn't he?
Well, I don't know.
He didn't play Harry Carey?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
So they have playing Archie and Edith.
Oh, jeez. Would you look at this?
Is Woody Harrelson and Marissa Tomei.
I could see that.
Playing George and Wheezy Jefferson is Jamie Foxx and Wanda Sykes.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, I'm out. I can't stand Wanda Sykes. And
I'm not. Yeah.
But I could see her playing Wheezy.
Yeah.
But who's playing Florence?
I don't remember.
Beyonce?
No, I don't know who's playing.
Can they do Alice? Like a remake of Alice? Mel Sharple, you can kiss my grits.
Is that Flo?
Well, that was Flo, yeah. That was Flo. And Vera. I actually work with a girl that looks like Vera. But I'm not
What
telling
about Vera from Cheers, who we never saw?
Vera. Oh, that was
Norm's wife.
Vera, is that? Oh, yeah, Norm's wife. Yeah.
So we're at Chiller Theater, and a friend of mine, Pete, giving you a shout out. I know you're not watching this.
Elena, Rich, what's up? Welcome.
And Morgan Fairchild was at Chiller Theater.
Morgan Fairchild, my wife, Morgan.
She looks fantastic. You know,
who
'cause
I'm married to.
So much plastic on her and her face.
Who I've had sex with.
Have you really?
Sorry, I was John Lovitz.
I know. I was trying to roll with it. So he goes up to Morgan Fairchild and he gives this.
You're Morgan Fairchild.
This expose. No, that's not the word. I don't know. Like this thing of how he felt
you
Cheers
went from expose to thing.
Yeah. Of how he thought Cheers should have ended. There's a show. It's an amazing show.
He
had a
locked
crappy
up the
ending.
bar, right?
He locks up the bar. Someone knocks on the door and just goes, "Sorry,
we're
we're
closed."
closed." That was, and the person who knocked was supposed to be Bill Clinton. So we got a lot of politics.
I did not have sexual relations with that ugly bitch of a wife.
Oh, wow.
I mean, Monica. I'm sorry, I got confused.
That was good.
Have you seen her? She's fucking hideous.
So,
fucking pantsuits.
so he's talking about how Morgan
God, she's not
Fairchild
our president.
should have showed up as Vera and stuff like that. It was weird.
Yeah, I mean, they did show. And you mentioned Big Bang. They did show Howard's mother once, I think, or Fleet.
No, Howard's mother you
fleeting
never
glance.
saw. You never really saw her.
But you saw like part of her arm. I
Maybe,
think, at one
yeah.
point.
Yeah, she died.
Yeah, in real life, I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Lenny Kravitz. She's the mother of Lenny Kravitz. Oh yeah, Diamond Roxy Roca. She's the mother.
Oh,
of Lenny
wow.
Kravitz. Yeah.
Oh, well, you two are having your own conversation. All right.
No, I told you I'm reading the
I am
comments
aware
of our 11 people. 2 of them are being us.
Oh, wait.
Hey, we were at 17, so I'm pretty excited.
I count as 2.
No.
So
Why don't you shut one down?
because this is a different feed.
All right.
Hi, Jane.
Jane Krakowski.
Get me off this crazy thing. There you go.
Jane, stop this crazy thing. Say it right.
I know.
Say
Yeah,
it right.
actually, yeah.
So pretty. So anyway, are you ready for some old news?
Oh, we're getting into it. All right. 2-year anniversary, old news.
Yeah, we started that midway
That's true.
through the first year, but old news. For those, let me shut my Rockabella pie. Oh, look, I'm petting you. Okay, so for those who are not familiar with old news, it's an old news article. Could be a day old, could be 10 years old. But Larry, you can't look at my computer either.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, I say it, and Larry tries to guess what state or city that the news article is from.
Well, city's a little tough. We do state.
Well, yeah, state, so.
Or country at this point.
Country. And, of course, things are freezing like normal, like they do every single time. So,
recently, we lost a wrestler, Ashley Massaro.
Now, I did not know she was a wrestler, but I did know she was on Survivor.
Yeah, a lot of people know her from Survivor China.
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 It's huge.
China. So
I gotta tell you, that's not bad, Larry.
of all the people I could do an imitation
The
of.
man you hate the most.
I'm not hate him the
Oh,
most.
stop.
I'm not crazy about him. So Ashley Massaro, she won the 2005 WWE Diva Search contest. She was in WWE from 2005 to 2008. She was on Survivor. And she started doing, I think she had like a radio show on that. What's that? The Shark that's out here on Long Island? 98.2 or something like that?
98.3.
Because she was, I think she was born and raised in East Meadow. And what was funny about it, when she was on the Diva Search contest, which WWE did, she gave out her actual phone number on TV, on live on Monday Night Raw. On purpose.
Okay.
She's like, if you want to call and we'll talk, vote for me. And she gave out her actual 516 phone number. It was
Pretty
nuts.
stupid.
It was hysterical. So, and I think she was training to get back into the ring recently, but unfortunately, just 10
What did
days.
she die of?
I don't know if it's 100% true. She may have killed herself. It may have been suicide, which stinks because she has a 19-year-old daughter. And I think she was training to get back in the ring. So this happens. She was 39. I was like, wow. But I just wanted to share. I do have somewhat of a funny story that I finally.
Funny how? Like I'm a clown funny?
No, just kind of like what happened, and I was finally able to put it to rest today.
Okay.
So Chiller Theater, the convention I go to, I've mentioned on the show many times. She was there. She showed up doing autographs. Had her 8x10s. Had her issue a Playboy there to sign, stuff like that. And
Stop. You can't just gleam over that. Did she sign the cover? Or did she sign?
well, I guess she would have signed the cover, but I had an 8x10 signed. So
No. You said you had her Playboy.
no.
magazine.
She had it like on the table for sale to get autographed.
Right.
So
I said you bought it,
no, I just bought a regular 8x10.
but you have the Playboy.
I was collecting the WWE ones, yeah. Then I lost them in Hurricane Sandy. Thank God for the internet.
Beth Butch, come on in.
So
Thank God for the
I don't.
internet.
Did she hang herself? I doubt she hung herself. So anyway, so I saw her at Chiller Theater. She's there. She just showed up. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. I'll get an autograph. $20, no problem.
Was she a guest or she just showed up?
No. She was a guest, but like she was running
No,
a
I
little
mean,
late.
did she have to pay admission?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. So she shows up, and I guess I was the first one at the table. Like, hey, as usual, big fan. How are you? She's like, oh, doing good. So I'm like, all right, like to
Hand hover.
what?
hand
I
hover.
do that.
Yeah, you
It's
do.
hysterical.
You do.
But to be fair, they want to be touched again by another sweaty, super fan.
500 other sweaty
Yeah, exactly.
basement
I'm like,
dwellers
eh.
did it. What's one more?
That's still. So anyway, I forgot either she needed to get change for money, or she needed to get some Sharpies.
Mike. Sorry.
But she goes, "Hey,
Oh,
do me a favor. Watch my table." I was like, "What?" She's like, "Just watch my table. I'll be gone for like 5 minutes."
Larry sat down, put on his bra, and just basically sat down. Hi, I've let myself go. I'm
bra
actually.
was already on. So I watched her table. All right, whatever. Like no one showed up, but so sitting there, she comes back.
That's even
Signs-
sadder.
That's
not actually.
Signs the 8x10. Good to go. I walk away. My buddy goes, "You didn't pay her." Like, what are you talking about? Of course I paid her. It's like, no, I saw no money get exchanged. So I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. I definitely gave her. I would not walk away like that from an autograph, especially if it's $20. So we're in the car. We're heading home. I'm counting the money I have left. I'm like, why am I $20 over? Oh. So I completely took an autograph from Ashley Massaro.
Now we know why she killed herself. Because she
So
was
many
$20
years later,
short of rent.
probably.
She was $20 short of rent, and that's why.
So then what happened was I saw her at like 2 or 3 other shows since then, and I was actually going to go up to her. Oh, this is the part where Frank gets completely disinterested in what I'm talking about.
No. I'm just.
So
I'm
now
waiting.
he's just
I'm
faking
waiting.
it.
I'm waiting for the point so we can continue with old news.
That's exactly. That's. Hence,
I'm listening.
He's
I'm
tired.
listening.
He doesn't like when I take over the show.
I don't like when
So-
you talk wrestling that no one knows
It's
about.
not right. It's the story itself is not
I'm
wrestling.
waiting for the point.
So you're not interested in the story whatsoever.
I am interested in the story.
So then you don't wait for the point. You wait for the story to be over.
get to the point.
Forget it.
No. I'm interested. I want to hear the story. So you're $20 over.
So I
No, don't do that.
so I
This thing's
see
fragile.
I see her at a few other shows since then, and I was actually going to go up to her and be like, "Hey, look, I owe you this. Like, here's $20. I'm not looking for anything." But either her line was too long, or I just didn't have the money, or just something where I couldn't get to her. Then, unfortunately, and I saw her just weeks ago at Chiller. She was there. She looked fine. She looked happy. She looked joyful, healthy. It sucks. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, she was young. She was like 39 or something.
10 days away from being 40. Yeah.
Wow.
And like I said, 19-year-old daughter. So anyway, so when I saw online that she killed herself, I'm like, that she died. Didn't know if she killed herself. I'm like, that sucks. So finally, what they did was a lot of the women who were in WWE with her at the time, they got together to do a GoFundMe for Ashley Massaro's daughter for a college fund.
Okay.
Any money donated will go into a 50 something. I don't know. One of those will go into a bank, so it's going to be legitimate. They'll give it to her, I guess, when she goes to college or something like that. That's why I went legitimate.
Very good.
And I was like, you know what? I can finally put this to rest. I donated $20 to the GoFundMe, and I actually,
you went full circle.
I felt good until GoFundMe goes, well, we don't really make anything, so if you want to give us a tip, go right ahead.
GoFundMe said that?
Yeah. And, like, there was no option to not give a tip.
No.
So I donated $22, two of which is going to GoFundMe.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know. I guess because it's going into, like, some sort of bank or a deposit or something like that. They don't take any money.
I guess. I don't know.
You know, as opposed anyway. So yeah, so I feel I actually felt closure when I did it. I'm like, all right, now I feel good.
Okay.
And she's not going to haunt me and be good to go.
Okay, good.
So,
all right. So here's our first article. You ready?
Right, just trailblazing along.
Female wrestler commits suicide after $20 IOU.
Orlando. I'm going to say Orlando.
No. All right. Okay. This is a good one. This is interesting. Man stole daughter's Girl Scout cookie money for erotic massage.
Wow. Really? From the Girl Scout? The
He stole
massage
her
from the
money.
Girl Scout?
The money.
Oh, okay.
No.
okay.
Oh, my daughter's
What?
Girl Scout.
That's
you piece of
terrible.
Shit.
Terrible.
I'm not gonna say I stole cookies, but I'm saying that
Couple
it
Samoas.
might have been $5 short. Maybe.
Samoas.
Where's those box of toffee ones? I don't know.
Samoas are the greatest.
Samoas are the greatest.
Yeah.
Do you have the Samoa ice cream?
No.
Only comes out during cookie season.
From the Girl Scouts?
Giggity, giggity. No, I think it's like Turkey Hill or Briars or something. I will not buy Ben and Jerry's anymore.
Yeah,
so.
no.
So go on.
Go on now. Something like that I feel like is a Florida thing.
Is that your final answer? Is that your final answer?
They just canceled that show. Yeah.
Oregon.
Oh, I was going to say Oregon. God damn it.
Were you really?
No, honestly, it was... Ugh.
All right. Anyway, the Oregon dad admitted staging a home invasion robbery to cover up his $740 theft.
Oh, my God.
An erotic massage.
Hold on. Good for her for selling $740 worth of cookies.
Good for her. You know how many boxes of cookies my daughter sold?
Versus
0. You know how many I sold? About $500 worth at work. So did my wife. So did.
And how much did you buy?
I think I bought $10. $5 a pop, man.
Damn.
Didn't you buy a box?
I did. That's
Yeah.
why I love the Samoas. I didn't even get them home.
$740. That's easy. That's easy now. Kids don't sell crap. I remember being dropped off at Kings Plaza Mall, okay,
Yeah.
with a box of Hershey bars that were $1 each. And
Oh,
my mom,
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
come
yeah.
back at 8 to come get you. I'm 7, okay? I'm like in the second grade. I'm like, Ma.
In Kings Plaza.
In Kings Plaza. So.
I think we're being accused of stealing a bit.
Okay, what is it?
Danny, look, they're doing old news like you did.
Well, I don't know who Danny is, and I never listened to his podcast, so this is my old news. And you said we thought of it on our own here, so after I give her a free plug, that's your last free plug.
No, I think this is different.
No, it's the same girl.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it was someone I know. Okay.
Anyway, so it's a story without a happy ending. An Oregon man has admitted stealing his daughter's Girl Scout cookie money to pay for an erotic massage. Brian
erotic
Couture,
cakes.
40, pleaded guilty on Monday to initiating a false report. He was put on probation, fined $100, and ordered to perform 80 hours of community service.
Wow, that's nothing.
He'll also have to repay what he stole.
Oh, that sucks.
The Washington County District Attorney's Office said in a statement. Back in March, Couture of Forest Grove called 911 to report that someone had entered his home through a sliding glass door and fought with him before fleeing. It's totally impossible.
That is double pane bulletproof glass.
According to local station KOIN, Oregon Radio.
KOIN, Coin Radio.
Coin.
Cha-ching.
Yes, you know that's a... Wait for the phrase that pays. Waka waka wiki wiki.
Win 1,000 pennies.
We got Dave up at Starbucks here. Dave's going to drink 25,000 cups of coffee.
And there's a backup here on the I-95.
Okay, that hurt me.
Waiting for the VP to come down to the KP and doing the BOC.
Police found the home ransacked and spotted with blood.
Ooh. That's a...
Couture told officers the assailant stole $740 of his daughter's Girl Scout cookie money from a jar, according to the Tacoma News
That's a
Tribune.
terrible place to put it.
Look at this creep.
Is that him?
Yeah. He's got a black eye.
I can't... Because his daughter
God
probably
damn it,
slugged
Dad.
him. Not again.
Now, look who it is. It's Obama. Thank you. See, you do it better. Couture told police that he's... I don't know why that's popping up. Get off my goddamn
Did
computer.
he take over the White House?
No, I know, seriously.
Where's Trump?
I'm right here. Couture told police that he stole the money from his daughter to pay for an erotic massage and faked the robbery when he realized he couldn't explain the missing funds.
Maybe Robert Kraft should have done that.
The DA statement said possibly. The blood found in the house was almost certainly Couture's. The prosecutor.
Almost. We're about 90% sure.
Yeah.
It's either that or the
You
dog.
gotta keep up on the comments since I can't see him.
He stole cookie money to get that quote-unquote cookie.
The Girl Scouts said the group was working with prosecutors to recover the money. Any comments? I always like reading the comments.
Well, oh, yeah, those comments, yeah.
But unfortunately, these websites...
You know, there's nothing wrong with a rub and tug if you just pay for it out of your pocket.
Well, yeah.
So,
All right, so that's one. Now, I'm having a lot of trouble here with this. You know, all these freaking little pop-up ads that come up every...
Pop-up video.
I used to love pop-up video.
Pop-up video was awesome.
Ooh, Jada Pinkett Smith looks horrible. All right, so we got one more.
Oh.
Let me just close that one out.
I did not see it.
Hold on.
Oh, wait a minute.
What? The fuck is... I need that.
He looks tired. Look at those eyes.
I need that. Yeah, well, he's being harassed by the Democrats. What do you expect?
It was Donald Trump, a Hillary Clinton, and a Bernie Sanders.
I got behind somebody with a Bernie 2016 bumper sticker today on the way home, and I just laughed. You lost. So, what else you got?
Expensive massage.
$740. Well, it's a erotic massage. So,
well, what's the difference between an erotic massage and a rub and tug?
one is done probably by a legal resident, and the other one's an illegal Asian woman. I'm just saying.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
You happy ending.
Ugh, Mindy.
Jada Pinkett Smith had so much plastic surgery, she isn't Jada Pinkett Smith anymore. Ho!
What is she, Jada Pinkett Yellow? It's terrible. This fucking computer sucks. Your internet is horrible. This
What are
was
you
running
talking
fine.
about? Mine's running smooth.
Horrendous.
It's running like butter.
Too much.
And you're
bandwidth.
out. Oh.
No, I'm there. Okay. Jesus, I got to print these up from now on.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
What?
Why don't you?
Huh?
All right. Now, this is in the recent news. I saw this a couple days ago, and a reason why it caught... How many windows do you have open?
2.
The reason why it caught my attention was because I was actually thinking about doing something similar with, like, real items, not what these people are suggesting. And this just went into law. So this is now a law.
Oh, okay.
In what state?
Euphoria.
State asleep.
I'm going to say New Mexico.
Washington State.
Damn it.
Both on the northwest.
Was not thinking
the northwest
Washington
of the
State,
country.
but okay.
Not Washington D.C. Washington State. So
No, I know.
Oregon and Washington.
Yeah.
Right. Those are two.
We need
different-
like a map, just pin
Map
everywhere
pins.
we have.
I had map pins on the roof of my Camaro.
Did you
Keep
really?
The roof up. Yeah. It was like all different colors. It would fall on me all the
Just
time.
spell stuff.
I did at one point. I said, I think I wrote, I hate this fucking car. So, okay. This is a good one.
All right.
Human composting as an alternative to burial or cremation signed into law in Washington.
Wait, you mean you just throw your relative just in the backyard?
Listen, if this comes to New York, Larry, you're in my backyard. There's something.
Well, I will be found dead in someone else's property,
Yeah.
so Lord knows that's going to happen.
Yeah. By the way, I got dibs on the back wall here,
Well-
just so you know.
A lot of money.
Right. In just a few short weeks, bodies will be turned into clean, nutrient-rich soil. It's people.
That's another. That
The
wasn't even
soil
us.
is people.
That wasn't even this
Green.
podcast.
Soylent,
Soylent drink?
green.
Oh God.
It's coming true.
Couple weeks. That sounds like
Washington-
limestone and a couple shovels.
Washington has become the first U.S. state to allow human bodies to be turned into compost rather than being buried or cremated.
Well, technically, they are being buried.
Governor Jay Inslee signed into law a bill making it legal for licensed facilities to offer quote, natural organic reduction,
Wow, that's a nice way of putting it.
unquote, which
I like
turns a
that.
body mixed with substances such as wood chips, what's that, and straw into soil in a span of just several weeks. And is a flow for progressive.
Richard, that's why cemeteries have such green grass.
Yeah.
Could be true.
The
Let
process
the
is
bodies
based.
hit the floor.
Can I finish?
Can I finish?
Can I finish?
Can I finish?
Ross, we did a very
Ross
presidential
Perot. Yeah, it was very,
episode
yeah.
tonight.
Actually, you know who does an amazing Ross Perot? The host of the Yin and the Yang podcast, Anthony Cho.
We have to get Anthony
Does
on
an
the podcast.
amazing. He wanted to call in, but we're not doing live call-ins.
Well, you know,
But for some reason, he didn't comment, so.
Yeah, he did join. So, what do we got going on?
We got 5 people watching. So.
Okay, we lost some, but anyway.
Well,
we're
I have
almost
5
done.
people, yeah.
The process is based on that of livestock composting, which has been used by farmers for several years. Washington already has several green cemeteries where people can be buried without embalming, caskets, or headstones.
Hey, a lot cheaper.
Where's Grandma? She's somewhere over there. No, over there.
See one of the dogs taking a dump?
By
right
that
there.
stump over there. That's a leg.
They're coming to get you,
One-
Barbara.
one
Where?
person-
I don't know. Barbara.
Night of the Living Dead. Thank you. One person hoping to profit from the new law is Katina Spade, founder and CEO of the company Recompose. I hate this
man.
woman. On its website, it says that our service, Recomposition, gently converts human remains into soil so that we can nourish new life after we die.
Dude, it's like the old 1950s video. It's like just showing how
This
it
is
goes.
freaky. I'm sorry.
Arrows and everything.
Our modular system uses nature's principles to return our bodies to the earth, sequestering
All right.
carbon and improving soil health. In fact, we've calculated carbon savings over a metric ton per person.
So this whole return to the earth, we weren't grown out of the dirt. I hate this whole return to the earth. We didn't come from the earth.
Where'd we come from?
From a miserable drunken evening, probably.
So
Had a lot of drinking.
It said, somebody had, on their birthday, it said, on this night 18 years ago, I went to a party with my father and left with my mother.
Oh,
Heyo.
wow!
I'm not done with the article, by the way. A test on the system was carried out in 2018
Don't wear sandals.
on the remains of 6 terminally ill people who donated their bodies for the research.
Okay.
The results, according to Lynn Carpenter Boggs, a soil
Wheat
scientist
grass.
at Washington State University, was clean, rich, odorless soil that passed all federal and state safety guidelines for potentially hazardous pathogens and pollutants such as metals. So,
Is that a tooth?
what if someone has like fake bubbas? Like
There's 2 little bumps in the ground.
No, they don't biodegrade, right? So, however, wait. Okay, sorry. Human composting is by no means a new phenomenon. Phenomenon.
You know that came from porno?
No.
Well, not a porno, but like an adult movie that really is as
You
far
know
away
what the
from
best part
Muppets.
about the phenomenon is? The part where he goes.
Oh, so it's yeah.
He's got scatting.
Yep. And then as he's walking away from the camera,
Yeah.
he gets lower and lower.
Yeah, I know. Fucking genius that Jim Henson was.
Jim Henson was amazing.
Cocaine was a wonderful thing.
Phenomena.
You can't say phenomenon without me doing it. So.
I love it.
Although
It's a
for
great bit.
thousands of years, religious and cultural beliefs in different parts of the world lead to methods for the preservation of the bodies of the departed rather than allowing them to return to nature. However, in recent years, concerns over the environmental costs of such practices have led to increased interest in human composting. Just put Grandpa up in the corner of the yard.
Just prop him.
In Sweden, where it has been legal since it's been legal since
Freaking
2005.
Freaking Swedes.
One method used is to freeze dry the body. Oh, Fred
Like a-
jerky.
Turkey jerky.
That's not turkey jerky. That's Elaine jerky.
Oh.
No. Used to freeze dry the body, then vibrate it gently to shatter into a fine powder that is then placed in a shallow grave and absorbed into the soil. I'm done.
What is this, Mortal Kombat? Holy cow.
Sweden, finish him.
Who's a boozer,
That
who's a
is
who?
fucking disturbing. That's where the article
That's
ends.
weird.
That's where the article ends.
That's so vid.
I don't like Sweden.
I mean, they got some wonderful blonde-haired, blue-eyed people, but...
I don't know if that's Sweden. That might be Switzerland.
actually, yeah, you're right. That is Switzerland. I'm sorry.
But then
My bad.
Same
I got
fucking
it.
thing,
It's
really.
whatever.
I mean, what is that? Oh,
that
so
Testicle?
so how do you want to go? Like,
You mean when it's time for me to go?
What are your
These
wishes?
pops are going to fall on me, and then that's going to be it.
What are your wishes?
What are my wishes? I just wish that I'm found quickly. Look, all right.
So,
Mom, you may want to turn this off now. So,
leave it on.
I feel like when it's time for me to go, whenever that is, I'm going to be because here's the problem with being single, where
Tiger Woods' ex was Swedish.
That's the
Swedish chef. Yeah, Swedish chef.
Meatballs are amazing. So
Always comes back to food.
when I, ultimately when I do die,
In a few short. I'm concerned. I'm not going to lie, Larry.
Because it's going to be just me.
Visits.
That's all right. It's only me, so I know I'm going to have to be found. So, A, I hope I'm not in a compromising position, and B,
what, like Carradine? Don't worry, I will destroy your hard
only
drive.
these braces can hold me.
I will destroy your hard drive. It's the first thing I clean out.
It's weird. I either want to go in my sleep
Can I pick one of your
or
eyebrow?
a blaze of glory.
driving
Oh,
me
it's
up
one of them sticking up.
No, it's driving me up a wall. I have, my OCD, and it's freaking me out. You made
Something
it
in my
worse.
eye.
It's your finger. Okay, go ahead. Much better.
I don't know. I don't really care how I go. It's just as long as
Do you want to be? Well, I'm going to need to know because I'll probably have to pay for your funeral. So,
just throw me in the yard. Apparently, good to go.
Oh my God, can I compost you? That would be
You go
awesome.
right ahead. I could care. I'll be dead. What do I care?
You could go right next to my son's fish. Did I tell you? Oh, wait, I didn't even talk about this.
Try and flush me.
No, I had to have a whole freaking funeral.
Oh, did you? Oh, one of those for the.
Let me tell you. Okay, my son had a fish, a beta fish, I think it is. It's like a blue fish,
Like a test fish?
No,
the ones that you can't put in the same bowl because then they'll fight each other?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. And the fish died. His name,
As they do.
The name of his fish was Bubba, which was a cool name. But my son was devastated, and I found a guy who had been deceased for 2 weeks, wearing 3 layers of clothes and next to a space heater. My God!
What does this guy do?
He's a NYPD.
Okay. Well, that explains that. Okay.
And I've heard some horror stories that I know I have a lot of policeman friends.
Yeah.
And first of all, thank you very much for your service. And I'm not just looking for a PBA card, but no, I couldn't deal with that shit that they do. That's got to be horrible. So
That's a good way to go.
When
though.
the better half goes serious for a moment, cue sappy music. Hey. So Bubba died.
Yeah.
So we had to have a full-blown funeral, which means I had to go in my backyard with the spade and dig a hole and then find a box that was decent enough to put Bubba in.
Decent enough? You had to be approved?
Well, I couldn't find. All I had was I didn't have any small, tiny boxes. It's a fish, so I was knocked over a ton of boxes in the back room, and sorry, it was a glitch in the Matrix. The box for my Samsung 3 phone fell out, so I'm like,
I'll do it.
All right, that works. So put Bubba in the box, a little tissue, go in the back, and I show my son the hole. He's okay with that, and my daughter,
arms of
yes,
an angel.
my daughter comes out with music on her iPod.
Oh, really?
And starts playing, and then my son is hysterical crying.
Aw.
I felt bad for the kid. I'm hysterical laughing. My wife, she's like, my son is like buried in my wife's side, and I'm like this, trying not to laugh. And now there is a giant flat stone over it with a little headstone on it that says Bubba.
Wow.
In my backyard, which
Okay.
I'm sure the first time the lawn guys come, they're going to just that little Bubba stone is going to be gone.
What do we got to do here?
So
We got to get rid of that.
am I
know
getting
what that
royalties
was.
from Pipeline? Oh, no, because of the sticker? No, I'm not getting royalties from Fat Boy Burrito either. But if you want to talk to Mike at Pipeline, I'll gladly take free coffee for life. So, or at least a biscuit. They have a breakfast biscuit there. It's awesome.
Do they?
Oh,
Really?
and
I'm not a
the,
fan of
burrito.
biscuits.
Oh, they have a. I wasn't a big fan of their breakfast burrito, but shocked you didn't build a wood raft and send them out on the Long Island
Viking
Sound
funeral.
That's how.
That's
I'm
what
going.
I want.
No, that's how. I didn't get to that's how I want to
I'm
go.
gonna die first. Then,
I
'cause
told
want
my
it.
wife. She goes. I go. We've had this conversation because we have kids, and and she told me how I go. And she goes, "How do you want it? What do you want?" She goes, "Do you want like open coffee?" I go, "Viking funeral." She goes, "What the fuck's a Viking funeral?" I go, "You seriously don't know me?" I go, "You really?" I go, and this is what I said. I go, "It's basically you put me out in a boat, and you shoot it's doused with gasoline, and
Oh,
you
yeah,
shoot
they
a flaming
yeah,
arrow into it. So you better start learning how to shoot an arrow. She's like, I have to do it. I go, who else?
I got the archery merit badge.
So there you go. Okay, Larry, if I go first, Viking funeral. So that's
If.
exactly how I want it. I want a Viking funeral.
Yeah, open and closed casket. It's got to be closed. I never understood an open casket. And not necessarily the more like there's a dead person. We're staring at someone who's actually dead. It's just like I feel like with a closed casket, then the memory you have of that person is whatever you want it to be, not necessarily them laying there dead. I'm just saying.
Richie, you see the other sticker I have on there? Support the shield, baby. Yeah.
Your word I was just said?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I know back in the day, like in the 30s, 40s, I think they used to take pictures with the dead body.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'd probably put him up as a marionette.
I also told my wife that I said I'm going to pre-record messages, and I want a little motion detecting thing in my pocket, so when somebody comes by, I'm like, "Hey, thanks for coming. You wore that to my funeral. I told you I was sick." Just little things like, remember that thing, you fucking jerk? You're an asshole. Remember that stupid thing you used to press?
Yeah.
I want one of those or just have somebody dressed up like death in the back of the room.
Oh, my mom just posted that ad right before you said it. My dad wants a board with people's photos and a button next to it. You push the button and he tells you what he thinks about you.
Oh my God, that is absolutely
I think you could
ingenious.
do that. He'll do that now.
Larry, I sent you a friend request on PS4.
Okay.
We need to game sometime. Okay.
Absolutely, Rob. Absolutely.
Stick with the topic, Rob. I'm kidding.
The Division 2.
Yeah, I got to get that.
Funeral homes should paint their faces using Snapchat filters. That's going to be next.
That would be pretty funny. I wouldn't be surprised if that's next. Someone wants to be dressed up like a Snapchat.
You also want to make sure that the person's in the casket.
What do you mean? Why wouldn't they be?
Mom, am I allowed to tell that story? Give a few moments. What? Well, no. Honestly, while we're doing that reminds me.
Is this a sudden interruption? What the hell was that?
So next time you watch Jeopardy, the person who answers the question correctly, look at
new
their
host or. Aww.
Not yet. And I'm still waiting for my pops. Those are 2 new pops I'm getting. Alex Trebek, both with mustache and without mustache.
Is he signing them?
The with mustache is a Chase. I'm not getting a Michael J. Fox one.
Oh.
So,
damn.
Next time you watch Jeopardy, right, with that guy who was just running the board, that
do you know
degenerate
the
gambler.
previous champion was a
Mormon.
No, Frank. I can't
No,
remember.
Ken Jennings.
Before Ken Jennings.
Oh, you mean like literally the last champion?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't watch Jeopardy.
No. I think his name was like Frank Lautenberg or something. He was a teacher in my high school.
Oh really?
Fun fact.
Wow. Okay. So when you watch Jeopardy, whoever the last person to answer,
no.
I know, I saw. So the last person
Now
who
I wanna
answers,
know. You have to
I'll
tell
tell
me
you. I'll
after.
tell you afterwards. The last person who answers the question correct, look at their podium, like underneath the screen. It's a little white indicator. So Alex knows who the last person to answer correctly was, because if everyone gets the question wrong, the last person to answer correctly has control of the board.
Okay.
I can't show you on here.
No, all right. You'll show me after.
But
Never
it was
noticed
a meme. It's like you'll never unsee this. Like the FedEx logo has an arrow in the FedEx logo, and I can never unsee that. You'll never unsee this if you watch
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
That before.
So.
I got to notice that. Oh, yeah, there was just something that went online about the logos or something. It had a cover McDonald's on the cover.
Well, that
but
happens
I
a
didn't
lot.
look
It
at
was stuff,
No, yeah, I didn't look at because it looked like clickbait.
like Amazon. It's the smile. Goes from A to Z.
Frank Lautenberg, right? That's what it's Google. Yeah, that's right. He was a teacher at my high school. He
That's
was a
interesting.
religion teacher.
Oh wow!
And apparently he had left the high school before I got there. But he apparently, from what my
Due to his own accord, or he was asked to leave.
Oh, I don't know. I would have to assume to his own accord. But the religion teachers, my teacher would tell us that during their, I guess, downtime, they would play Trivia Pursuit, and he would just destroy everybody. And I'm like, wow.
Well, this guy on now, he is a gambler. That's why he's winning so much money.
Right, he's
because
a professional gambler.
Every daily double he takes is a true daily double. He bets everything.
I like the video daily doubles. What was that?
That's when he gets the daily double.
Okay. See, I'm gonna. There's a comedian. I forgot who it was, and I guess stolen bit of the week. He had a bit that he said, "I watched Jeopardy and I feel really dumb." He goes, and then right after Jeopardy's Wheel of Fortune, he goes, and then I feel really dumb.
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune is wicked.
My stepmom, God rest her soul, used to be able to guess the puzzle without anything on it.
Rippo's done that.
Yeah, I won't play any games with Rippo. Our friend Anthony is so competitive. Like, I won't play Jenga with him. I won't play.
It's terrible.
Poker. I won't play poker. We played cards one night.
Yeah.
Firsthand, I was all in. I'm out. Okay, good. Bye. I'm going to go watch TV because he's just the worst to play with because he studies strategies.
Talking about FedEx to a U.S. postman.
Yes, actually, Rich, it's funny. You just mentioned
Nico said
mail
that.
fishing. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah.
Mail fishing. Quick story, and then we'll end the pod. Have you ever heard of mail fishing? Yes, I do, because recently, as you know, every year we have the food drive. The letter carriers all over the nation have the National Association of Letter Carriers food drive, where we not only pick up your mail, but we pick up any food you leave out for us. So, and we go to all the the food.
Is that
banks.
your favorite time of year?
Oh, I bring a can opener. One for you, one for me. One for you, two for me. So, but at my office, after, and a lot of offices do it, after the food drive, you're sitting there, sorting out all the food off the clock. It's kind of our charity event.
Your mandatory volunteering.
Yeah, well, I had to leave that day because it was my son's birthday party. So I punched out and I grabbed because we have food. I grabbed the piece of 6-Foot Hero and I hit the road. About 2 hours later, my phone starts going crazy. And apparently there was a suspicious package in the collection bin. They collect all the mail from the blue boxes.
Oh, yeah,
That's someone's job.
Yeah.
They go around town, they collect the mail from the blue boxes, and they bring it back to the post office. So they're bringing it back to the post office. They're dumping all the little buckets into a giant hamper, and out comes a package. Very suspicious. Black electrical tape wrapped all the way around, a sticky side up with a string coming out of it. So right away, they stop what they're doing, call a supervisor over. Supervisor goes, I've never seen anything like that before in my life. They call Nassau County Police Department.
Oh, wow.
They come, cordon off the area, take the package, put it in the middle of the street. They move it, and they cover it. Bomb squad comes.
Yeah, wow.
And they detonate it. Okay? And meanwhile, now we had like 15 carriers still on the clock getting 3 hours of V time, which is double time. And my boss is losing his shit. But protocol, you got to do what you got to do. It turned out it was a phishing device. Now, what it is like I said, how I described it, it had electrical tape and duct tape, sticky side up, with a string, and it was very bulky.
Now. Okay.
So what they do is they take now. This is why I tell people don't use the blue boxes, but and don't give me your mail either. So figure it out. Go to the post office.
Email it.
They take the this package with the string. They put it in the mailbox.
And move
it around, whatever it sticks to. They bring it up.
There you go.
Problem was, this was an older box, and the newer boxes you can't do it with. The older box is something, the string caught on something, it broke.
There you go.
So they left.
Yep.
So unfortunately, more people came, put mail in the box, covered it, and didn't notice they'll go back to the post office. But pretty exciting stuff. Apparently, never happened because no one's spoken about it at work since that day. So I don't know. I guess there's no safety talk on how to deal with it. Not a bomb. But can't say bomb on a plane. Bomb. So, it was... it's been happening a lot in the tri-state area. It happened in Wantor, where we live. It happened to my neighbor, actually.
Oh.
Because the day after it happened at my office, she called me with a problem, and I said, did you put it in the blue? She's like, yep. And what they're doing is they take a check, and they, kind of alter the check, and they cash it.
There you go.
So, a lot of issues there. So, but still probably the best way to send stuff. So, that's one to grow on.
Absolutely.
Postmaster said it was mail. Found a large pile of open mail in the middle of a street while on patrol. Well, that might have been me. That's what happened. That's pretty much what happened. So
my stomach keeps moving the table. What if you're a bombardier?
What if you're a bombardier? Pilot to bombardier. Open the Bombay doors. Tweety Bird. Come on.
I know exactly.
I'm sure you got a Tweety Bird pop.
I
right?
do not. No. No.
Where? Oh, that's the Wolf Pack. Okay.
What?
From.
Oh yeah, that was one of the first ones I got.
So, Armored Batman. Do you have these in any order?
No. As I said earlier, I am at one point going to have to shift them around to put them in some sort of like grouping, not order. Because I have 2 Married with Children here and then 2 Married with Children over there. And it's driving you nuts.
My OCD is saying these should be numerical order.
No, I was thinking that, but the numbers, it's not like a true numerical order.
If there's 2 number 1s, then they go next to each other.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
And then they go by color.
That would
or
be
year.
That's insane. I have the Twinkie the kid.
That's cool. All right, I can't be. The camera's that way, so let's. That my OCD is flipping out right now because it's. All right, Rich. Thanks for joining us. I'm glad you're going to watch. We don't always do live episodes. Every 4th or 5th episode, no one cares. Is a live episode, but you can check us out on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, the Alexa app. Where else?
Yes, Spreaker.
5-star
review on Apple Podcasts.
That would help tremendously, people.
Hit the subscribe button and follow us again. Instagram, like you said, Facebook, everywhere, and just keep supporting us. We'll support you. Whenever you see these posts, just hit the share button, even when it's a post for our podcast. Literally, take 2 seconds, hit the share button. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, for the 2nd anniversary wish. We didn't get a cake. Whoosh. So, whoosh. You know, there's a game show called Whoosh. Shh, 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 shh. And like, they'd be like, all right, and welcome to Whoosh. And today on Whoosh, we have the Whoosh returning champion. I'm like, this guy's gonna lose it by the end of the episode. That was the name of the show. Was Whoosh.
I never heard of the show.
Yeah, it was like in the 70s or something like that.
Special shout out to Sam Beckett. I hope you got home. And anything? Do you want to plug the show? Dennis's new show.
Yeah. Check out the Newman Show every Monday from 8 to 9 p.m.
Hello, Newman.
Over on Strong Island Television. One day we'll have Dennis Newman and Teresa Gray, who also once a month will do Pinup School Cats and Comics at the same time at the same station. Great podcast, great show, and they were the ones that had us on first twice.
Yes, twice in a row.
I'm sure the second time was because they just ran out of guests.
Well, no, I think they needed to finish the story because we weren't done.
We were not done.
That
was fun. And
how about the rest of the podcast that you?
I was about to get into that.
There you go.
So check out
the rest
podcast of the more family of podcasts. The Retro Gamers podcast every Tuesday, the Yin and the Yang podcast every Friday, and seasonally, Talking More Wrestling every Saturday, 6:05 p.m. Eastern, when I feel like putting it up.
Talking More MOHR Wrestling.
And, I may be doing some stuff in wrestling. And so I will get to you when I can, once I'm kind of given the okay, but I'm looking really forward to it.
Coming this summer, I will be working on a solo podcast.
Yeah. So I need a new co-host?
No. I'm actually it's in the works. So be prepared and be ready because it's going to be a good one.
You want to give the name of it?
Not yet.
Okay, no problem. But I do like the concept. I'm truly looking forward to it.
It's going to be good. I'm still working out a lot of the questions. Okay. And I'm going to be doing interviews, and it's going to be
huge?
It's got to be huge.
There we go.
Huge.
Rob, you're an Android, so you can't do the iTunes liking or the 5-star review. Go to Spreaker. Give us the reviews there as well.
Yes.
So Spreaker or iTunes.
Because if we get some reviews on there, they could put us on our cover page, would give us more exposure.
Exactly. And if anyone knows, I love to be exposed.
He loves exposing himself to other people as well. You don't live by a school, do you?
No.
500 feet?
From that in churches.
Good. You're safe. Anyway.
So
that's
that.
Twat.
Wow. All right. Doom, boom, boom.
No, play the real music. Chicka, chicka.